Hello everyone, this is Mujex, also known as the Cynical Gamer, and welcome to another World of Warcraft guide. Today I'll be showing you how to get from 1 to 300 Herbalism as soon as possible. Why did I pick Herbalism? Well, out of all of the vanilla trade skills, this one doesn't focus on a specific class or number of classes. Herbalism is for everyone in the game. So pretty much every single class in the game uses at some point or another a potion, flask, an elixir. So with this comes a great opportunity to make lots and lots of gold. Keep in mind that this guide is designed to get you from 1 to max skill level as quickly as humanly possible. Bearing that in mind, however, even where I specify to pick a single herb, whenever you are out in the world, never avoid picking other herbs that you see, because they may come in handy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty then, so for the 1 to 50 skill bracket, you will be collecting Peace Bloom and Silverleaf in your starting areas. So because of that, I'm not going to go too in depth about where to go exactly. Just do circuits of your particular starting zone and you should be fine. For the 51 to 70 skill bracket, you will be collecting Mage Royal and Earthroot. For Horde, if you are leveling in the Barrens, go west to the crossroads, close to the entrance to Stone Talon Mountains. Do circuits of that particular area. Then go towards where the Harpies are located and do circuits of that, and just go back to the crossroads and repeat this pattern. However, the Barrens is a pretty big zone, so I would recommend, if you are Horde, a better alternative is to go to Silverpine Forest, as there are quite a few Earthroot and Mage Royal there. But the most important part about Silverpine Forest is that the zone is very narrow, so it doesn't take a long time to go from east to west. So it makes collecting herbs much easier. If your alliance, by far the best place to collect Earthroot and Mage Royal is in Westfall. So start at the northern part of Westfall and follow the coast south all the way to Deadmines, and then to Sentinel Hill, and then back north. It's basically almost like a semicircle. There is also a very good location for Earthroot. Do circuits of Gol Bolar Quarry in Dunmorrow, collecting Earthroot as you go. So for the 71 to 100 skill bracket, you will be collecting loads of Briarthorn. So if you are Horde, the same route as before for Mage Royal and Earthroot, but extend it to east to the Sludge Fen, picking Briarthorn as you go. However, again, the Barrens is a pretty big zone, so if you are Horde, you will be going back to Silverpine Forest. Basically, the entire southern part of the map is filled to the brim with Briarthorn. And again, because the map is very narrow, you will have an easier time of picking the herbs. If you are Alliance, Silverpine Forest is, of course, an option. However, there are better options without invading Horde territory. So if you are Alliance, the best place for picking Briarthorn is in Darrowshire, as pretty much the entire zone is forested, and as you may have discerned by now, Briarthorn is found at the base of trees. So just do circuits of the entirety of Darrowshire from north to south or south to north, doesn't matter. You will pick up loads of Briarthorn. Also, the eastern part of the Loch Modan zone is a great place to pick Briarthorn, as well as Lakeshire in Red Ridge Mountains. Also, there is a case for making circuits of the Twilight Grove and Duskwood, but since it is a higher level area, it is recommended to go to the above mentioned zones. For the 101 to 115 skill bracket, you will be collecting Bruised Weed. If you are a Horde, the number one place to do so is in Silverpine Forest near Amber Mill. Now, the Amber Mill zone has anywhere between 10 and 20 spawn locations for Bruised Weed, and trust me, if you are lucky, you can get all of them and make again anywhere between 10 and 20 skill points. And the Amber Mills area is pretty condensed, so you will do so in a very short amount of time. However, this works both ways, because if anyone else who is at the same skill level goes through there, you will be left with nothing. To that effect, as Horde, you can also go to the zone between the Barrens and Ashen Vale. Another place you can go as Horde is Windshear Crag in Stone Talon Mountains. Also, the southern part of the Barrens, called the Field of Giants, between that place and the Razor Fens, is a decent place to pick some Bruised Weed. If you are Alliance, the eastern coast of Loch Modan, as well as circuits of Stonewatch Keep in Red Ridge Mountains. For the 116 to 125 skill bracket, you will be collecting Wild Steel Bloom. If you are Horde, the number one place to do so is in Arathi Highlands. Just do circuits of the external edges of the map. Wild Steel Bloom is generally found near rocky outcrops and mountainous areas, so do circuits of the outer edge of the map and you should be fine. Also, you can find Wild Steel Bloom again in the Field of Giants between the two Razor Fens, and between the Great Lift and High Perch in Thousand Needles. If you are Alliance, the best place to get Wild Steel Bloom is to do circuits of the wetlands. Again, the outer edges following the rocky outcrops and the mountains. For the 126 to 160 bracket, this is a big one. You will be collecting King's Blood. Now, if you are a Horde, the best place for King's Blood is by far Hillsbred Foothills. There's also some spawns in the Charred Vale in Stone Talon Mountains, so do circuits of that area. It is pretty small, so it won't take you too long. Also, you can do full circuits of Ashen Vale for both Alliance and Horde. However, Ashen Vale is a very big zone, so you might have to condense your circuits into smaller quadrants for maximum efficiency. If you are Alliance, also do full circuits of the wetlands. But again, since the zone is fairly big, split the map in half and do circuits of each half. For the 161 to 185 bracket, you will be collecting Fade Leaf. The number one place for Fade Leaf, if you are both Horde and Alliance, is Arathi Highlands. You can find the thing in every corner of the map, so just do full circuits of Arathi Highlands and you should be fine. Also, if you are Horde or Alliance, you can also try the western part of the Swamp of Sorrows. You will find a decent amount of Fade Leaf as well. For the 186 to 205 skill bracket, you will be collecting Khadgars Whisker. Now there are multiple places for both Horde and Alliance. One good place is in Arathi Highlands again, near Witherbark Village and the Ogre Compound. You will not find the very clustered spawning locations. You will find more scattered spawns in Arathi Highlands. If you want a better place to farm Khadgars Whisker as Horde, you should go to Hinterlands. The western part of the map is absolutely full of it, as well as for Alliance. You can also, again, do circuits of the western part of Swamp of Sorrows with scattered spawn locations to the eastern part of the map. However, the majority will be found in the western part. For the 206 to 230 bracket, another big one, you will have to collect Firebloom. Now Firebloom, if you are both Horde and Alliance, can be found in abundance in 3 zones. Blasted Lands, you can do circuits of the Blasted Lands or in a zigzagging pattern, whichever one suits you best. Also circuits of the Searing Gorge and circuits of Tanaris. However, Tanaris is a bit bigger than the others, so you might want to split it in half or quadrants, whichever option fits you best, and do separate circuits of each part. For the 231 to 250 bracket, you will be collecting Sungrass. Now there are multiple zones for Sungrass. It's debatable which one is better. You will find a decent amount of Sungrass in Fellwood, obviously for both Horde and Alliance. Because the zone is very narrow, similarly to Darrowshire, you can do a zigzagging pattern, which will take you less time. Ferolas is also a decent zone for picking Sungrass, but it is a bit bigger, so you might want to split it in half and do circuits of the western part with the coast and the eastern part with the lower wilds, Laris Pavilion, Green Totem Compound, and near Camp Mojave. For the 251 to 270, another big one is Grom's Blood. There are several maps to pick Grom's Blood. However, by far the best map for Grom's Blood is Fellwood. As with the Sungrass route, you will take the map from south to north or from north to south. It doesn't matter, with a zigzagging pattern because the map is very narrow. Also, you can do circuits of the Manorock Coven in Desolas. There are a few Grom's Blood spawns in there. You can also do, as both Horde and Alliance, circuits of the Blasted Lands. However, the zone is bigger, so it might take you longer. There are also a few spawns in Ashenvale in Demonfall Canyon, like in Manorock Coven. However, there are not very many of them. So, but if you are in the area, why not? For the 271 to 290 bracket, you'll be collecting Dreamfall. Now, this is a very important one. Dreamfall is used in every single high level alchemy, potion, flask, elixir, all of them. So you will be farming a lot of this. So, as both Horde and Alliance, you can do full circuits of Angoro Crater, and because it is a perfect circle, you can do like a spiral motion, starting from the edge of the map and working your way to the center, or the other way around. It doesn't matter. But by far the best place for both Horde and Alliance is in Azshara, splitting the map in two, the northern wing and the southern wing. Do circuits of each avoid the central area and the coast. You will not find any Dreamfall there. Now for the home stretch, for the 290 to 300 bracket, just collect Plague Blooms. For both Horde and Alliance, you can find Plague Bloom in Fellwood, Western Plaguelands, and Eastern Plaguelands. They are fairly widespread, and you shouldn't have too much trouble finding them. However, if you do not want to collect Plague Bloom, you can also go to Winterspring and collect Ice Cap and Mountain Silver Sage, as they do sell for more money on the auction house. So that's it, guys. That's my guide to Herbalism. Again, I must stress that this guide is designed to get you from 1 to 300 as quickly as humanly possible. So as such, some of the herbs may or may not be useful in leveling up alchemy. More on that in my alchemy guide, which I will be doing later, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, and this guide is also done with the point of view of Horde. I haven't played Alliance in quite a while, so feel free to let me know in the comments below if I made any mistakes, if I missed any zones, any particular herbs or whatnot. Feel free to post in there. Also, let me know if this guide helped you. If it did, please consider leaving a like. It really helps the channel out. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.